Hi everyone, thank you for joining me at the Cromwell Baldwin Public Library. My name is Miss Ashley and today we're going to be learning how to make our sock caterpillar. Alright, so everything that's going to be in your kit is, first thing is going to be a tie-dye sock. Mine is black and white tie-dye, and your sock will have some button eyes sewn on already, and you're also going to have some yarn, a pipe cleaner, and some polyfill in your kit. And then the one thing you're going to need to have at home is some scissors to cut your yarn with. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our sock and we're going to want to put our hand in just to open it up and make sure that we are going to be able to get our stuffing in. So now we're going to want to take some of the polyfill, and you might need to just break it up into little pieces. We'll start with little bits at a time, and if we need to add more, we'll add more. I like to ball mine into a fist so it's easier to stuff in. And now I'm just going to take my fist with the polyfill and I'm going to put it all the way at the bottom of my sock. So we're going to want our polyfill to be a little firm and we're going to want it to be a little bit smaller than a tennis ball. So I'm just going to add a little bit more just because mine is not as fluffy as I would like. And that looks good to me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hold it here at the end where my polyfill stops, and I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to just put the yarn down. This is the easiest way to do it in my opinion. And I'm going to put the sock down and I'm going to tie a knot here. I'm just going to trim some of my excess yarn so I don't have as much to work with. And I'm just going to take the yarn and tie a knot. You're going to want to make sure the knot is tied tightly so that when we go to do our next ball, it doesn't go into the first. And I'm just going to tie it again to add a little bit more security. And then I don't want this extra yarn here, so I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to trim a little bit off. So I still have a little bit of yarn, but make sure you don't trim off all the yarn just so it doesn't come apart. And then we're just going to keep making balls. All right, so I have finished filling my caterpillar with the polyfill, and I made 3 balls or 3 sections. But if you make yours a little bit smaller than mine, you might be able to do 4. So it just depends on how much polyfill you put into your sock, into each section. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the antenna for our caterpillar. So I'm going to take our pipe cleaner and I'm going to lay our caterpillar down. And in between the first section and the second section, I'm just going to put my pipe cleaner through, and you're going to want the 2 sides on the side of the caterpillar, and we're just going to twist it up or bend it up. And then here I'm going to want to twist my antennas so that they stay in place. And I think I'm going to do one more twist just to make sure they stay in place. And you can keep your antenna straight. I think I might do a curl on this side. You know what? Maybe I want to do some wavy patterns on this side. His antenna looks a little silly on this side. And that's what my caterpillar looks like.